Greetings, Entities and Guardians. My name is HyperHimes and welcome back to Cookie Run Kingdom, where if you're new to these videos, then it's kind of simple. Basically, I take a gander at one of the new cookies that released and I go ahead and do a little bit of an overview video. I basically put them on the map or something like that, like over here in this little clear flat area of land, which I do like how the sea folk are just talking. But also another thing that I do is like I go ahead and gander at the quotes, I use them in battle, I upgrade them, I take a gander at the store and do stuff like that. Because today, I know Green Team Moose Cookie just recently released, however, I never did this yet with CHOCO DRIZZLE Cookie. So I want to go ahead and do that right now. So, first of all, let me go ahead and find this cookie, because is she even active? Yes, she is, but she's currently making, nothing? Where is she? Hello? Oh no, she's just right there. And she's just sitting with a giant knife right behind her. Okay, sounds fair enough. If you're wondering, I'm just gonna make her sit down real quick. Can I put her in the plane? No, I feel like that'd be a disaster waiting to happen. Interestingly enough, if she sits down, she like holds the knife like it's a little cane. Which, to be fair, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying, how is she allowed to have that in the public? But whatever the case is, let's get her out of there. She wipes her face? Hides her face or something like that? I don't know. But anyway, by the way, when you pick her up, you're not even picking her up by the knife, you're just... Are you holding her by the hand? Because it seems like she has one hand up. So maybe. And I wouldn't even be surprised if the moment that you, like, made her land, she would, like, stick the knife through the ground. Let's see that happen. No, but you do see her eyes just, like, the glasses on her eyes just glare. Okay. Before I go ahead and go, oh, she's running with that blade. Don't run towards Cream Fear. They did nothing wrong. But anyway, I will say that I won't be reading comments on the video, primarily because whenever I do these videos, I like to make it more focused on the cookie by itself. But if you still want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read on these videos, then feel free to do so. It could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, then that's what matters the most. By the way, did you see her use that broom right there? For some reason, she had this like hypnotic little sway to her, and I have no idea why, but I'm curious what she says, because the thing is, I think she's going to barely say anything at all, because let's be honest, she's like the super serious and stoic one who I think barely says much, at least from what I've noticed in the story. So, yeah, let's just get you away from Cream Ferret, because I think they need to be a little bit more safe.
So many cookies, walking around defenseless.
Is that why you went near Cream Ferret? Because, like, they're I mean, have you seen them, like, in the story? I mean, to be fair, I'm looking at a lot of water-related cookies who really don't have much of a ways to defend themselves, but, like, hey, they got skills. They can, like, summon water. That probably means something, and plus there's actually a lot of cookies here who actually aren't defenseless. I literally just, when I put you on the bench, I put you next to Avocado, who's literally meant to be a blacksmith. That's not really defensive in my... That's very defensive in my book, actually.
My blade is always sharp.
Can we get a closer... Okay. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. It's sharp, but I don't think it's pointy. Because the thing is, there's different types of blade, and, like, obviously that's meant to be a butter knife. I am pretty sure. If not, then please do correct me if I'm wrong, because apparently there's different types of cutlery that even though they're the same thing, they're just used for different things, which I hate.
This kingdom is much too carefree.
What do you expect this kingdom to be? Like some sort of like a monarchy? An anarchy? Like it's just a humble place where like people can just like vibe, they can go around towns, like they can just go to different places and just have a fun time all together. That's legit the point. Man, I really gotta fill up this place more. I just gotta think of new ideas just to like think about what to add. Oh, that'll be for later though.
The blade shows no mercy.
Well, I've noticed. Then again, you do always tend to have it either like that, so... It's weird how you have it like that. Then again, you could probably just use the blade in any manner. But you have it in the sense where you would stab someone. That's not like a way you would hold it to slash. Because there's a difference between slashing with a blade and stabbing with the blade. And it's definitely on how you hold it. Trust me, I would know.
As long as I wield this blade, I must win.
And if you don't wield the blade... I swear, this is... Well, how come, like, this is another cookie with Choco in their name, who is just always caring for their blade and always wanting to win? I swear, is this, like, Dark Choco Jr.?
This kingdom is much too carefree.
Where'd your quote go? Where'd your text go?
The blade must be handled with purpose.
How much did you train with the blade? How much do you know of the blade? That's what I'm curious about. I need to know the backstory of this, like... It's not even small, it's literally the size of your whole body, but, like... I need to know the story behind this.
As long as I wield this blade, This kingdom will require a lot of getting used to.
Probably. I feel like this place is a lot more open-ended to things that you're normally accustomed to. I mean, like, look at this whole place. You're probably more accustomed to, like, places that are, like, either quiet or, like, you could just keep peace to yourself. I don't know. Yeah, look at that. What the flow is that broom sweepment movement?
The blade shows no mercy. My blade is so many cookies. My blade is so many cookies.
Is there anything else you got?
Walking this kingdom. The blade shows danger strikes from the dark, silently.
I would assume you're talking about yourself, because there's no way you'd be talking about this kingdom when you're just calling it carefree or calling it very defenseless. Like, you have to be talking about yourself, right?
As long as I wield this blade, The blade must be handled with purpose.
Is that really? I feel like you should have more quotes.
Losing is not in my nature.
It's not a nature thing. Losing is just something that you have to experience. And even if you lose, you will be angry at it. Some people will be more angry at losing than others, but it's something that you either learn from or you just let it go. There's a difference. Honestly, you do have more quotes, but it's in your little information screen, like your little main page.
My blade is always sharp.
As you can see right here when I click this eye icon.
I can't let peace weaken me.
I mean, I don't think that's a sign of... Man, this cookie is built different. But you know what? I will also remind you, apparently when I drew her many times in the video from CHOCO Cookie's, CHOCO Drizzle Cookie's little neon light gotcha, I got her like, 8 times or something? Yeah, I got her a lot of times. I can promote her like 2 or 3 times. I think it's 3. Wait, no, if it would be... Sorry, I suck at math. If I was at 100, it would be 3, but I'm just including the, when I pulled her for, like, you know, I don't know, it's hard for me to explain. I'm an idiot, okay? But let's just go over some of her main quotes over here, because they're actually different.
Breathe out. You're not on my list. For now.
Oh! Okay. Yeah, that explains a few things, so... First of all, I like how it's, like, implying, like, you know... Anytime anyone sees her, we have to hold our breath because for all we know, we could just be dead next. Secondly, she's got to be like an assassin. We're not on her list. What, she has a list of like people she's tracking down, like a list of victims? Is she like a more like... Is she like if you confuse... I swear, this update's all about fusions. Like how I told you, basically, putting a la mode cookie is a fusion between strawberry crepe and plumbing Twizzly gummy. I swear, this cookie is now just a combination between lilac cookie and dark chocolate cookie. Silent, stoic, but wields a blade and always, like, likes the darkness, apparently. I swear, that's what she's about. And also, the third thing is that she says for now. So, great, I gotta be on my toes.
Beware of shadows. You never know what lurks within.
How the plug do you know this? Just tell me what your secrets are, because you keep talking about shadow. I swear, you gotta be... Yeah, you and your sisters, they speak about working for the master. That has to be Dark Enchantress Cookie. That just has to be.
There are battles brute force cannot win.
Are you sure? I feel like, you know, you're right about that, but I feel like you would not know much about that, because I feel like your whole main thing is just using force against another cookie. Like, ruthless aggression and pain and force.
There are things that must be done.
Especially when you speak like that, there are things that must be done, like... What do you mean, so winning? That's the only thing that I could assume that you would say.
Breathe out. My sisters are quite the handful, but they are good kids.
Okay, so that confirms that CHOCO... Well, I guess it does make sense, but CHOCO Drizzle is basically the oldest. So I'm assuming in age regards, it would go from CHOCO Drizzle, then Green Tea Moose, and then Pudding a la Mode. Because, come on, Pudding a la Mode has to be, like, the youngest. Have you seen their size? They're just straight up a robot. But... I guess it would make sense that she calls them a handful. Like, have you seen them? Have you seen how they act? One's cocky and sly, and the other one's just chaotic. She's probably the one that you can somehow have the most pleasing conversation with somehow. Depending on who you really simp for.
Breathe out. You're my sisters? How did you know we're sisters?
Because you are around them, like, all the time. There's not one moment when you're alone. There's literally any time that you're around, your sisters are around. That's literally it. I know you're all not Choco plebs, but like, you could still be raised somewhere else and have, like, people who you can call your sisters.
I can't let peace weaken me.
Did you say that before? I don't remember, but you probably said something similar.
Silence.
Okay, on to that note, we're just gonna go ahead and read up on your story, which, by the way, that was her quote that you see during her Gachapole animation, which we will get to. As you can see here for her story, it says here, "In the dead of night, when the entire world is asleep, a shadow glides through the darkness. CHOCO DRIZZLE Cookie once met her once met. What am I doing? Once her eyes lock onto a target, she becomes relentless, almost vicious, like sticky chocolate syrup. Perhaps it's because her dough is infused with the most bitter cocoa powder. But CHOCO DRIZZLE Cookie carries out her missions with extreme precision and ruthless efficiency. This is why she's the master's most trusted, leaving even her own sisters behind. No one knows the true reason behind her rigorous upbringing, or even their rigorous upbringing, or why they were sent to Crispia. But one thing is certain, no cookie can escape her blade in the dark." She warns us so much about, like, the dark, but, like, she always exists in the dark. I mean, at this point, if you're just warning us about herself, then, like, is that kind of useless because, like, you're gonna hunt us down anyway? I don't plumbing know, but she does have a Gachapole animation where, if I'm gonna be honest, you know, I'll talk about that in a bit. I just want to show you this first.
Silence. Don't dare look into the darkness.
Obviously, you can see, again, don't dare look into the darkness, but I just want to quickly mention about these, like, little gacha animations. I swear, they're not the most exciting ones. I understand they're supposed to represent the Grand Cookie games, but it's basically just, alright, let's take CHOCO DRIZZLE's, and then copy and paste the pudding a la modes, then copy and paste it to Green Tea Mousse, because it's literally the same song, basically nearly the same graphics. The only difference is the cookies being represented. That's literally the only difference. I don't know, it's just the only thing that always struck me weird, because, like, you know, you think for an update that would be presented at the end of the year, you'd think they put a little bit more, like, pizzazz and effort. I don't know. But with that being said, we also can focus on our skill, which says right here, Choco Penumbra. That's a good name for it. CHOCO DRIZZLE Cookie hides amidst the shadows and applies a penumbral mark in consuming darkness upon the farthest enemy, targets cookies first, then deals a series of 8 hits to the target and nearby enemies. If the target has a penumbral mark, it will trigger Drizzle Strike, dealing additional damage. If the penumbral mark is on a cookie, it will carry over to the nearest cookie after the original target is eliminated, decreasing CHOCO DRIZZLE Cookie's remaining cooldown. The cooldown decrease can trigger up to 3 times per battle. If the penumbral mark is on a non-cookie target, carryover effect and a decreasing cooldown will not be triggered. If the enemy's HP falls below a certain level, CHOCO DRIZZLE Cookie will identify their weakness and perform Drizzle Strike immediately, dealing greater damage. This effect can trigger only once for each enemy. Upon using her skill, CHOCO DRIZZLE Cookie will prioritize targets with a penumbral mark, ignoring any taunt effects. The Team Drizzle effect will activate when entering a battle with Green Tea Mousse and putting a la mode. So there's a Team Drizzle effect? Which I do kind of like how there's like a group effect if you manage to enter into a fight with both Green Tea Mousse and putting on a mode. But this seems very overpowered for PvP. Because like it targets specifically cookies first, but gives them, even for PvE or PvP, it gives Penumbral Mark and Consuming Darkness. And it triggers a Drizzle Strike, which does additional damage. And it carries over to the nearest cookie even after the original target dies. Though granted, it also decreases in cooldown, which I know it's only 3 times in a fight, but that's really busted. That's like really powerful. Like sheesh, and there's also like I mentioned, like Drizzle Strike, it carries over, but if it were to work on a non-cookie target, then it doesn't carry over and triggered, which is kind of unfortunate. But so this cookie is way better used in like PvP or the arcade arena. But of course, upon using your skill, CHOCO DRIZZLE will prioritize targets with penumbral mark. So if they have the mark, they won't even be falling for any taunt effects. They're just going to go straight for you. And, of course, they got the Team Drizzle effect, which you can see all the deep info on here. Being Team Drizzle, where Drizzle Strike removes buffs, so you literally won't be affected by anything. And also you get an attack increase and crit % increase. Sheesh, okay. Seems pretty busted. But, of course, we also got to give her some upgrading as well, so we may as well just go ahead and do that for her. So here's a couple XP jellies that I have straight for you.
I had my share of bitterness.
Well, I mean, I don't think these should be bitter. I guess it all depends on taste, but still. By the way, I hope you didn't mind that plumbing loud motorcycle driving in the background. Don't mind that at all.
Strength and sweetness? How odd.
I mean, how many motorcycles are rubbing out today? Choco Drizzle, I think I have I think I have a mission for you to, like, kill someone. Anyway. I mean, hey, sweet and bitter could probably work.
The heavier the blade, the lighter the swing.
Huh? Does that make sense? There's a couple cookies I know who have really heavy blades. I wonder if you can ask them the same thing.
I'm used to all this sickly sweetness, but...
So I'm assuming you just like... Okay, so I guess you've had this stuff before, but you just don't like the taste because you've had too much of it. Makes sense since you're chocolate, but you're made out of bitter stuff. It's weird. Man, I just realized all like the sisters have like different unique like flavor profilings. Like green tea, and then like this bitter like choco drizzle, and then the absolutely sweet pudding who just, you know, pudding a la mode who just loves sweet stuff. Pretty unique.
I had my share of bitterness. Strength and sweetness. How odd. Who's next?
It's definitely not me, because I'm just gonna go ahead and boost you up to level 30. I think that'd be a good level to have you at.
I will do whatever it takes to survive.
Sounds terrifying. Okay, and I'm also gonna boost up your skill, and I'm actually just to may as well do it. I'm gonna go ahead and promote you as well, which actually can help with an event, I'm pretty sure.
One step closer.
At least there was a little bit of like bravery and confidence in that. Like honestly, she sounded like pretty proud in that one and not stoic.
I cannot let my guard down yet.
That's where you're always on the protective side. You definitely are a trained assassin, I gotta be honest. So I absolutely want to test you out inside of playing PvP. Like, I do want to test you like PvP, but the problem is like, I don't know if I'm gonna be like a high enough level. Because I'm gonna have to make you like super overpowered. But for now, I'm just gonna use you like a main exploration level. Probably take you into like a more early dark mode level, just in case. Probably Hero's Gate. I don't know how strong it'll be, but Snow Sugar. 51,000. Can we manage? Yeah, we could try. And she's up here. Ambush at 2-star. We could probably manage, and she does have some quotes for when you put her up on the battle.
No one can keep up with me.
You need to see some super fast cookies then.
The darkness will swallow you whole.
Yeah, she's definitely working for Dark Enchantress. There's no doubt about that anymore.
This won't take long.
Yeah, you usually don't make things tend to take long. Let's just go ahead and get on with it, because I'm very curious how this is going to run. And let's make it so it's like 1.5 times speed. So of course, just this basic slash, but she doesn't use the sword basically. She uses the sword little blade that it comes with. Just like a little wave hit. But let's go ahead and use her skill upcoming next with these, the next wave of enemies, I'm trying to say.
In the flash of my blade.
And behind him's all dead. And she goes behind him again. Okay, so it's literally a double ambush. Okay? That's kind of unique. So if I'm all the way back here, there's one. Does it happen again? Huh. Why it happened once, but like not the other times?
In the flash of my blade.
Oh, you know, I think that was the little darkness effect, that penumbral effect. So like, if that were to happen, then that means she would just go ahead and instantly just go for them immediately. So with that being said,
in the flash
bam,
of my blade.
And then, yeah, that's what it is. If they have penumbral darkness or whatever the pub it is, she's gonna immediately do the same skill effect on them. Which, oh, she's on fire, but she just does not care.
Who's my next target?
That'll be saved for a different video, but for that being said, I feel like she's way more stronger in PvP. The only thing is, because like I mentioned, she primarily focuses on cookie targets first, which I guess could work on like certain bosses that revolve around cookies, but I think she's way better built for PvP just because, you know, there's also the skill effect where if you fight with Green Team Moose and Pudding a la mode, you can get this Team Drizzle effect that literally makes it so that you don't get any debuffs as far as I know, but your attack and crit percent increases, which is good. So if you could probably build our team around that, that'd be pretty nice, but she's actually pretty well built to be just a primary, like, summoner for all I know. Not summoner, like plumbing, what the plumbing term is? Ambusher! Don't know why I said summoner. Am I an idiot? Is there anyone in the plumbing update who's plumbing a summoner? Because I don't think so. I think it's literally just like, and there's no doubt Green Team Moose is definitely like a defense. They literally have hands for shields or something. So, mind my idiocrity, but I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video here before I make much more of a fool of myself. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my kick run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you'll see links to all of my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the kick run YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise where you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly a link to my Ko-fi where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content they wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. I'm really hoping I said that all once, because if I said it right, I'm going to look like the worst kick run YouTuber of all time. Above all else, I'll see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.